Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So tonight we're going to do a little reading that is all based around love. So let's have a little look, because sometimes a lot of the questions that I get for readings do tend to stem around love, what's coming for you in love, what's happening in your relationship, what does such and such think about you, that kind of thing. So I felt today that it might be a good idea to just see what collective we have and what information we are getting for you. So I'm going to do two different ones. So the first one I'm going to talk about is for those who are already in a relationship or some form of connection. Okay, so let's see where we are. I will put timestamps in the description box as well, so if you want to move, if you're a single person and you want to move straight into your reading, then I will put the timestamp in the description for you. So this first reading is about those who are in committed relationships right now. Oh, so we have Picano first of all. So this is birth. So for some of you, this might be a time where perhaps you are trying to get pregnant, or maybe you are already and you are just in the very early stages of this being apparent. So if that resonates with you, then this is definitely a reading for you, I do feel. Oh, Canaz as well. So maybe you've only just really become aware of this. Maybe this is a truth that's hidden within you, and you've just become aware of the fact that you are expecting at this time. Let's see. This has become very specific, hasn't it? Okay, but it's very early on because we've got answers that's come out in the reverse position. So this is where it's kind of like you're not really talking about it yet. So you're keeping that in, because what is it, about 3 months or something that you don't tend to say anything about what's happening. So I'm going to pick some love cards right now for you. So let's see. So if it doesn't resonate about pregnancy, this might still be for you, this reading. But for some of you, I do feel if you are hoping for that to be the case, then you may find that you have achieved that. You please let me know in the comments when you do find out. That would be lovely to know, and I will congratulate you. Let's see and have a look what we have on here. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. So this might be where perhaps if you are taking each other for granted at this time, maybe there is a need for this message to come out, to just show your love. You know, sometimes when you've been with somebody for a little while, it can help to like remember the reasons why you got together in the first place. Reminisce about things that you used to do that were fun, especially if you are just about to enter into family life, because this could be a time right now whilst you've still got that time together. Go and do the things that you like to do together. Go and explore that. So for instance, what I'm picking up here is that there's a couple that perhaps you're doing your hobbies, they're doing their hobbies, and you're not spending as much time together other than maybe Netflix and chill, something like that. So there needs to be, or I'm being guided to say, there's this element of communication needed within this connection. So as we had answers as well in the reverse position, for some of you as a couple, perhaps you're not communicating great at the moment. So if you're not communicating your needs to this person, then they can't really help you. And also if you're picking up on a feeling of like, oh, my partner seems quite quiet at the moment, this might be a time for you to reach out, just start a conversation. You know, maybe it's something to do with work, maybe it's something to do with how they're feeling right now. So I'm going to get some tarot cards. Actually, no, I'm going to get the Messages of Love Oracle, because if this is something that needs communicating within a relationship, let's see what communication we have coming through on here. What do we have at this time? Dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. So perhaps there's been some dishonesty here, some untruth. Maybe you know about this, and I do feel like you do. Perhaps you're getting a vibe of things being repeated from the past. Or maybe you're not being honest with yourself for some of you. This might be actually yourself here that is not being honest about how you feel about things. So you do need to express that. If you're the one that needs support right now, you need to express that. Indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So again, this could be a situation where if you're feeling, maybe I'm feeling that there's a connection here where somebody's feeling unsure about what they actually really want, and needing support from your partner. You know, maybe you need to ask for that help, but also if you feel that they need support right now, this is a time for you to reach out to them, to give them that support. Okay, I'm going to get some tarot cards just to see what else we have on here, what is going on with you in this connection, because it feels like you've got some things, a different chapter, a new chapter coming, but a lot of things going on around that are kind of bringing you guys separate. So we've got the Two of Coins. So this is where you're kind of juggling a lot of responsibilities maybe. It did fall kind of sideways, so I feel like there's a need for an injection of fun at this time, like getting that work and fun balance together, because it feels very much like two people that are working a lot, not really spending much quality time together, and about to move into a new chapter of your relationship. So there is a need for flexibility and balance as well. So it's kind of like equal give and take on here. Yeah, there's a feeling of maybe you're the one that's feeling like your partner's indecisive right now, and that could be making you feel insecure, because, you know, if you're moving into this next chapter, you both have to be on board to do this, to go through it, to prevent any resentments happening in the future. So let's get some more tarot cards on this. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Coins now on here. So this is definitely something happening in different. So if you look, I'm going to show you this. There's lots of arrows here pointing in different directions. And we've got that indecisive card here as well. So one of you is a bit indecisive about this situation and about how you move forward and where you go and what you're doing. Okay, so somebody needs to be more flexible in their approach and in what they want to achieve. And it almost feels like somebody can't make a decision as to what they want. Maybe one of you wants to have children and the other one doesn't. And I do feel perhaps there is a little bit of somebody not really being honest and truthful about what they want from this relationship and how they want it to move forward. And you feel like you're kind of on a time limit. But try not to allow time to be a factor within this. But communication definitely needs to be a factor within this. Somebody's feeling a little bit defensive as well, so it might be very difficult to have a conversation at this time. So let's just see, what is the likely outcome for this situation? What is the outcome that you can expect from this? What is the outcome for this lovely viewer right now? Whoa, okay. The Hermit. So this could be a time for introspection at this moment. You know, that doesn't mean separation. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be together anymore. It just means maybe you both need to take some time to really think about what your needs and wants are. So if you are putting a lot of time and attention into your partner at this time, maybe there is a need for you to put time and attention into the things that bring you enjoyment. It might be a time to start meditating as well. So perhaps you need to just have a little bit of space for yourself. I do feel for some of you, you may need to take a break from work too. As we had the Two of Pentacles, you know, there's a bit of a struggle with flexibility and balancing things here. And you do have some things to discuss, to go through with this person. Okay. And this can all lead to inspired action. So this is kind of where we have the power to move something forward. It might be time to perhaps take a little bit of time out, have a bit of a rest, take some time to think about what you want, and then maybe try and move into an adventure together and do something together. But I do see that as being the outcome, the final outcome is kind of like after a period of introspection, sorry, not retrospection, you're then moving into a time of taking an adventure, you know, and this is all geared up around fire and passion. It can have a bit of an energy to it of somebody running away from responsibility, from things, to follow a passion. So if that resonates with you and that is something that's been on your mind, maybe this is one of the decisions that you've been thinking about, then that might be the path for you. Just saying. And the 4 of coins on there, but you don't want to let go. You don't want to let go of this. So perhaps there's potential for this to work for you and you want to make it work. But in order to do that, we need to bring more communication in, and we definitely need to state, this is what I need, this is what I want, and see where you are both in that together. Okay. So that is the reading that I have for you today. So be supportive, communicate more, work out what it is that this dishonesty that is going on. I don't feel like it's dishonesty in terms of like somebody's doing anything behind your back. I feel it's more dishonesty in the fact that someone isn't really speaking their truth for fear of upsetting you, or you aren't speaking your truth for fear of upsetting your partner. And it's creating this indecisive energy that's blocking your way forward. So this is why taking that time on your own for yourself, it's going to help you then to come into that Knight of Wands energy and drive it forwards. Okay, and taking a chance. So I will leave that part of the reading there for you. If you would like to have a personalised reading to go more in depth with that, if any of that resonated with you today, then please do get in touch for a personal reading. Okay, so we're going to work with those now on the singles. So people who aren't currently in a connection but are looking for a relationship at this time. Let's see what we've got for you, shall we? So let's see what runes we have for our single people out there. We have Isa. So this might be a time for you where you are really observing yourself and perhaps just staying in your lane. You know, taking time to just chill. Maybe you're not really dating at the moment. You're just being in the moment, which is great, which is good. Ooh, but we have Rado here. So it's almost like going from being very still to being in movement. So maybe you've got a good balance at the moment between being still and moving. But there is definitely a directional change that's occurring for you right now. Oh, and Manas. So there is definitely somebody I feel that is on the horizon. You've become aware, especially with Isa there, you've become very aware of yourself and how you show up in relationships. So I feel like you are, if you've taken some time out of relationships right now to work on yourself, you've definitely done the right thing. You are in a better place than you've ever been working on there. Now, I'm going to pick one of these cards because this is going to be a message now from your prospective partner, somebody new that's coming in. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. So what is new in love for you? Well, these cards are very thick. Be authentic. So it says, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. When we show up authentically, and that's why Manas is here, because this is about the awareness that you bring into the world. So it's you showing up as your authentic self will help you to bring in an authentic partner. When we show up in the way that we think is going to attract something, it actually turns out to not be what we want it to be, because what you're attracting in, it's not authentic. So it won't last. Yeah, because then you have to start there's only so far you can go pretending to be something that you're not. So when we show up authentically, we bring in exactly what we need. But sometimes you need to take time to understand what it is that you want and what you need. And also looking at yourself to see, well, what can I do within myself? What can I bring for myself, you know, in a loving kind of way that is going to help me to manifest the type of person that I need to be with and that I want to be with. So I do feel for many of you, that has been your journey this far between relationships. Okay, so I'm going to pick some messages of love oracle decks and we'll just see what messages are coming through for you in love on these. We'll have a look, we'll see. So what energy do we have for our single people today in messages of love? Okay, we have runner on the bottom of there. So maybe previously you've run away from a connection. And yeah, we shall see. Now we have dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. So I do feel like for some of you, you've kind of ended a relationship. You've come out of something. And maybe to end this particular connection, you had to tell a bit of a lie, or you know, I'm getting a vibe of sort of like you weren't intentionally dishonest, but you had to come up with something to end a particular connection because you needed some time for introspection. You needed to take some time out for yourself. So that's what I'm feeling on here is like maybe you had a connection with somebody, but it was too soon. You weren't quite ready. So I do feel that somebody has had to turn away from that. So if you feel like that was a bad thing, or, you know, am I an awful person because of that? No, I don't feel, that's not the energy I'm getting from this. You did what you had to do at the time. It might be that maybe this is coming through because is that connection still something that you desire? Is that something that you still want? And maybe you're feeling a little bit like, well, I can't really, I'll be going like a dog with its tail between its legs if I try and get back with that person, because maybe you've left it a long time, or maybe you don't think that person would be even interested in you. We've got ego on the bottom of there. I let my pride get in the way of our connections. Maybe there is pride there as to why you are struggling to reconnect with this particular connection that you ran away from. Let's see. Let's see. I also feel for some of you, you perhaps want this person to come and chase you. You would like them to make the first move to let you know that it's safe to kind of connect with them. And it says here, holding back, I should have expressed myself better. So what I'm feeling from this is that you've done a lot of it inner work, but you had to leave a particular connection here. But you've recognised something about yourself where you can show up authentically now. So maybe it's time to reach out in this particular connection. Now, I wouldn't say that normally, and if this is a connection that's been particularly nasty for you, or there's been any damage in terms of this person wasn't good to you, or there were toxic things in it that you had to get away from, then please do not contact this person. That's not what I'm saying. But if this is a connection that you had to end so that you could take some introspective time, but you are maybe not regretting, but feeling like maybe there was more, maybe we could have had more in that connection. You feel like there's something unfinished with it. There is nothing wrong with reaching out, just sending a message to say, hi, how you doing? We've got reflection on the bottom. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So that could be something that you kind of open up with in a message. Just message the person saying, hi, how you doing? Just check in how you are, or, you know, just say, you know, it's been a little while, just how's things going for you? I'm doing this, that and the other, and just feel the energy. You know, if that person doesn't reply to you, then they've kind of given you their answer, haven't they? But if they do reply, then maybe you can just keep it light conversation to start with, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe go out on a date or something, or they might ask you out on a date. But it does feel like there's an energy of a past connection that didn't really flourish, and you've had some time to reflect on that now. Okay, but there seems to be some kind of delays with this, and the delays seem to build up each day. Maybe work gets in the way, maybe this person has a lot of responsibilities, or you have a lot of responsibilities. Rado is also a rune that does stand for responsibilities as well. So, you know, this could be where you are taking responsibility, and I do feel that you do want to talk to this person, but you have a fear that they're going to be defensive. I feel on this, you feel like they're kind of protecting their energy and blocking you. Maybe they have blocked you on the socials or something, and you can't get in touch with them. If that's the case, then maybe you need to leave this alone until they reach out to you. But we do have on here, so we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is, you know, there is definitely clarity here, and this is kind of like cutting through the past, cutting through the things that are perhaps held back within this connection previously. You know, this is a curious energy. So this is somebody that's quite curious about, I wonder if this is actually still something that I could go for. Now, with the Chariot card showing up on there, that kind of suggests a victory and a forward movement. So that goes well with Rado, in sense of like there's a decision to be made here, and the decision is a forward movement within this. And what I'm getting from these is that it's not going to be met with something, you know, bitter. It's quite possibly going to be met with something quite good. I have got the King of Pentacles though in the reverse position. So what I'm getting from that, I feel like this particular person actually feels like they don't really have anything to offer, or they don't, maybe the connection ending on here, they're feeling a little bit like they're not worth it. Or maybe this is you, maybe you're feeling like you don't have enough to offer, you don't have enough pentacles to give, or they're going to view you as not having anything to offer. That kind of feeling. So let's just look a little bit more into that. So what is the outcome of this particular connection? What is the outcome of this connection? There's a lot of doubt, isn't there? There's a lot of worry as to how someone's going to feel on here. Okay, well, the Three of Pentacles. So, I mean, that's kind of an energy of things being mended, things being somebody that wants to work on this. So, actually, try not to assume what somebody feels or thinks. And this is what Manas is telling you as well on here is, you know, don't assume that you don't have enough to give, or assume that this person won't have you back. I do pick up an energy more from their side that they feel like they're not worth the time or worth the energy. So maybe reaching out and letting them know, you know, actually, this could be an energy actually where you could ask them for help potentially, or maybe you want to ask them for help. I do feel like this person potentially would like some help from you as well. Or, you know, there is something that offering help to them could actually be the answer to moving forward with them. There's something that needs to be mended, needs to be fixed. I can see somebody pointing at locations on a map as well. So this sounds to me like somebody wanting to go on a trip. So maybe that's you that wants to take this person on a trip, or perhaps this person would like to go on a trip with you. Maybe they're going on a trip and they want you to come with them. Oh, we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom. So this is quite a romantic night. And knights are very directional as well. So this is moving in the direction of romance. This is moving in the direction of offers in terms of romance as well. So this could be you and this person. I do feel like this person is actually seeking a loving connection, and perhaps they do want something romantic in their lives, and I feel like you do as well. So let's get an outcome. What are they? I'll tell you what, I'm going to do one of these. What are they thinking about you right now? What is this person thinking about you right now? What is this person thinking about you right now? Soul tie, I always feel connected to you. So perhaps this person's on your mind at this time because you're actually on their mind right now. And there is a connection there. There is something about you. I feel perhaps you did a lot of traveling with this person. I can see beaches, sand, just places basically. Could be like spiritual places as well. Okay, guilty. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. So again, I feel like this person, there's something about them that they feel that they're not worth the effort or not worth the time. So what else do we have that they want to say to you about this connection? It's quite a sad energy because it feels like somebody that wants to be loved but doesn't feel like they can be. Like they didn't chase you, they just let you go. Understanding, I see your side of the story. So they understand your reason for needing to leave. They understand your reason for needing to go. Oh, I'm getting all choked up because it feels like an energy that I know that's kind of like, you know, sometimes you have to let somebody go to have their own journey, to discover what they need to for themselves, you know. And I feel like this person, they do think about you. But they understand your reasons for needing to go and they see your side of the story. So how are they feeling right now? The tarot. Yeah. How is this person feeling? I can feel somebody that was quite nurturing towards you. Oh, we've got 6 of coins as well. So it's almost like somebody that is willing to give and receive. Somebody that wants to give and receive. Oh, okay. So we've got the 2 of Wands on here. So somebody has a decision to make, and I feel like that's you, potentially. You have to make a decision, and it has to be a clear decision. Because it feels like at the moment you're kind of like between the 2 points and not sure which decision to make. And you are worried that if you make a false decision, that's going to impact your life. There is some remorse here. There is a feeling of like loss. Something that you weren't seeing or you didn't see at the time, but now I feel like you see very clearly now. But this is all part of your healing journey. This has all been part of your healing journey to bring you forward on there. This is a page. I think this is a page, you know. You didn't see the signs. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. So we've got the Page of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Swords. So it's like there's been signs that you've missed. Or perhaps this person missed the signs as well. Missed the signs, and perhaps I feel like there's maybe an issue with communicating things on here. But with Manas there as well, there's been an awareness of like a truth almost. That's kind of awoken you to a different idea, a different way of thinking on this, different way of feeling. So let's just get an outcome then on this particular connection. So what is the outcome here? Oh, that did like a little spin thing, didn't it? Do you want to know what it is? Okay, your outcome is the Lovers. So if you wanted to know whether this connection is worth trying to revisit, then I would say definitely yes. But the Lovers can also be about choice. So again, with that 2 of Wands, I do feel like you do have a choice to make on this. But from what Spirit are telling me, if you did make a choice on this, it would actually bring you to this. So there is definitely a solid connection in here. I don't think the cards could be any clearer on that for you. So I'm going to leave that reading there for you today. If you would like to explore this deeper, this particular connection, then do get in touch for a personalised reading. And make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel for more. Have a blessed day.